Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our shows tonight, 6 months since Hurricane Irma made landfall here in the Sunshine State. And while the Suncoast avoided a direct hit, some families and businesses are still dealing with the damages. Among those, as ABC 7's Erica Jackson shows us, a historical building in Bradenton.
Pretty much we were devastated. We didn't see how we were ever going to recover from that.
This was not a pretty sight for Rebecca Bureau after Hurricane Irma. The entire flat roof at the Bradenton Women's Club was found dozens of feet away in nearby brush. Water soaked through the exposed insulation and drop ceiling, leaving a 3-inch pool on the wood floor for a total cost of over $200,000.
We did not think we could ever recover from that because we operate on about $35,000 a year.
Sarasota County Emergency Management is also dealing with Hurricane Irma 6 months later. It's hosted more than 20 meetings since the record storm and says a top priority is better communication.
The primary responsibility of government is public safety of the citizen.
Emergency Services Director Rich Collins says the county sheltered a record 23,000 people last September. Next time, he says the department will open all shelters simultaneously and better inform the public after the county gives the all clear.
There's power lines down, there's trees down. You can travel, but you need to do so safely, be cognizant of those hazards.
But Hurricane Irma shifted at the last minute, turning east before hitting the Suncoast. And while some are thankful the damage wasn't greater, Bureau wishes it wasn't there at all.
Had it come a little farther north to south, we wouldn't have sustained the damage. If it had come in from the west, we wouldn't have sustained the damage.
The Bradenton's Women's Club has already raised $180,000 for repairs and only needs to raise another $20,000 to finish restoring that building. They hope to get the rest of that money by the end of the year. In other news, unfortunately, while a lot of what was damaged by Hurricane Irma can be fixed, the same cannot be said for a historic ship damaged by the storm. The century-old Italian cargo ship, the San Francesco, was sunk and restored several times during the 3 years it has been near the Cortez Bridge up in Bradenton. But when Hurricane Irma hit, it was the final straw.
Once it sank for that storm, we went back in, tried to reevaluate what had happened to it. A lot of things that had happened from the previous instances that it sank had done more damage to the boat, and then when it sank again, it exposed those other things that were already damaged.
The boat was deconstructed earlier this month. Some of the custom-carved dolphin ornaments from the vessel, however, were able to be salvaged, and they will be displayed at the Seafood Shack located on 127th Street West in Cortez, right where that ship was docked for so long. Well, despite a long line of public opposition, a judge is recommending approval of a mitigation bank permit near the Aqua by the Bay construction site. That's according to the Bradenton Herald. The announcement comes after a December hearing when opponents of that move told the judge that the Florida Department of Environmental Protection wrongly issued that permit. Aqua by the Bay will sit on over 500 acres along El Conquistador Parkway near Sarasota Bay. The latest plans for the site call for nearly 3,000 homes, multiple high-rises, and nearly 2 miles of seawall along the bay. Well, months after the popular snack shack Anita's Sandcastle at the South Jetty closed, a new business will open in the spot with a soft opening on Monday. Jetty Jack's Refreshment Deck was delayed in its opening due to reconstruction of the old building and obtaining building permits and approvals from governmental jurisdictions. The business will continue to maintain the public restrooms, but the city will pay for supplies and some usage fees. Hours will be from 9 a.m. to sunset every day. Well, now let's take it over to Wendy Ross to tell us how tonight's sunset was looking from that weather perspective. Wendy.
We are finally starting to clear out. It's been a pretty messy afternoon and evening, and we are looking at those rains finally moving off towards the east across our area. You can see we're starting to clear out just a little bit. We still have some showers in the interior sections and down to the south. That's where most of the heavier rains were today, and so we're watching all of this movement off towards the east and over into the Atlantic, and we're not expecting to see a whole lot in the way of rainfall for the overnight time period, but we could get rain back in our forecast once again tomorrow. We'll be talking about that in just a few minutes. At the airport, we have fair skies, 61 degrees right now. The dew point is climbing. The humidity is getting up there. The winds right now are coming in out of the north-northeast, but all of that is about to change. And so we are looking at temperatures right now mostly in the low to mid-60s. Down in Venice, we still have plenty of cloud cover around. So even though the rains are starting to move away, we are looking at the cloud cover finally starting to come to an end. So the showers continuing tonight up into, for some locations, but we're starting to finally clear out for many others. And we'll talk about the rest of this weekend coming up in just a few minutes. Adam.
All right, thank you very much, Wendy. Well, President Trump on the road tonight holding a rally in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. As ABC's Linda Lopez reports, he was there to campaign for a local representative locked in a tight race for Congress, but he also commented on his recently announced tariffs on steel and aluminum.
President Trump energizing the crowd on the campaign trail.
Steel is back. It's going to be back, too.
At a rally for Pennsylvania State Representative Rick Saccone, he tackled some of his frequent campaign topics, the fake news media and North Korea.
They're not sending missiles up, and I believe that. I believe that. I really do. I think they want to do something. I think they want to make peace. I think it's time. And I think we've shown great strength.
President Trump won the 18th congressional district outside Pittsburgh by nearly 20 points, and Saccone is attempting to play off his popularity. But he's locked in a tight race against Democrat Conor Lamb, a 33-year-old former Marine and federal prosecutor who's never run for office. The seat, which has been in Republican hands the past 15 years, became vacant after 8-term Congressman Tim Murphy resigned amid a personal scandal.
Congressman Saccone, we have to have him. We have to have him.
The rally, originally scheduled for mid-February, was postponed after the school shooting in Parkland, Florida. President Trump didn't address at the rally the various controversies surrounding the White House, such as staffing issues and the Russia investigation. Linda Lopez, ABC News, New York.
Well, back here at home, early voting has officially started for the March 20th elections in Manatee and Sarasota counties. The ballot will include school district ad valorem millage approval for both counties, and in Manatee County, early voting will open tomorrow for school board and Longboat Key elections. Other elections on that March 20th ballot include the Holiday Park Parks and Recreation District. During the early voting period, voters can cast their ballots at any of these 3 election offices in Sarasota, Venice, or Northport. Well, with the announcement today that Nate's Honor Animal Rescue will be expanding, a lot more animals will soon have a better chance at life. Officials with the rescue showing off plans today to double its capacity at the ranch located on Lorraine Road up in Bradenton and increase revenue with their $8 million expansion. The expansion would allow the shelter to take in about 50% more dogs and 25% more cats, a feat that should be able to help them save 4,000 animals every year.
We can't do any more with our existing facilities. Our double wide trailer is falling apart. We have a single wide trailer that's also falling apart. So we can't save any more animals how we're sitting, so we need to expand in the future. So we figured now was the time.
The expansion will also add a welcome center, vet clinic, grooming place, and community center to that Bradenton location. The project is expected to break ground sometime this year with an estimated 1-year construction time. Well, still to come here on ABC 7, a look at the impact tinkering with time has on the body as we move our clocks forward for daylight savings time. And a century-old today, one Suncoast woman's life advice as she turns 100 years old.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
We all love our kids and want what's best for them. You have the power to help your kids learn to succeed in life every day. When you promote a love for learning at home, children build the skills they need to be ready for school. You can be their everyday hero. It's easy. Just text Everyday Hero to 77453 for simple learning tips.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
In life after the military, it's our duty as veterans to have each other's back. I'm retired Colonel Greg Gatson, and it's my mission to help you get the benefits and services you've earned. If you need to file a VA claim, remember these important steps. Submit an online claim through ebenefits.va.gov. Work with an accredited Veterans Service Organization, or VSO. And if you need to attend a VA claim exam, please go. Visit this website to learn what to expect.
We are problem solvers striving for answers. Relevancy on every platform. We are driven to create content that's compelling, engaging, where it matters. We are neighbors that care about solutions, believers in making a difference, leaders, innovating in an exciting era of multimedia, reaching to always be the gold standard in our evolving landscape. We are Raycom Media. Find your opportunity today.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
The bill's sponsor is local Senator Greg Steube, saying Wednesday the idea of year-round daylight saving time will help the state's tourism industry, as people would be able to stay out later with the additional sunlight.
Once we move the clocks forward in March, if then Congress amends the U.S. Code to allow states to opt into daylight savings time, when we move the clocks forward in March, we would stay in daylight saving time.
We are the Sunshine State, I guess, makes sense. Hawaii and most of Arizona currently don't participate in switching from standard time to daylight saving time and back. They stay on standard time throughout the year. This weekend marks the 100th anniversary of springing our clocks forward, but instead of celebrating, many of us will be adjusting our body clocks or biological clocks. For a look at the impact tinkering with time has on your body, here's Mary Maloney.
It's that time of year again, time to spring forward and change your clock. On Sunday at 2 a.m., the time will advance instantly, but it will take a lot longer for our body clocks to adjust. Losing 1 hour may not seem like much, but that small change can be a big deal for your health. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, many people aren't getting enough sleep to begin with. So the additional sleep shortage can lead to deadly consequences. The Monday after the time shift is linked to an increase in car crashes. That's according to a Stanford University study which looked at 2 decades worth of data. Also, adults who miss out on even 1 hour of sleep a day are more likely to report health problems like diabetes, depression, and heart disease. That's compared to those who get 7 or 8 hours of sleep. Experts suggest you use the time change to reset your sleep habits to make sure you get enough rest. For today's Health Minute, I'm Mary Maloney.
Well, walking their way right into our hearts, Fashion Funds The Cure was back for another year at the University Town Center Mall today. That show, hosted by the National Pediatric Cancer Society, celebrating the strength and courage of boys and girls battling cancer. And as you can see right here, the children who are battling or have somehow been touched by cancer made their debuts on the runway, showing off some of the latest fashions, but also dressing up in outfits showing what they want to be when they grow up.
The outcry and the outreach that people provide to the kids is phenomenal. We've been able to do things through the Cancer Association and other organizations that we have never thought of or been able to do before.
And some of the kids who walked in last year's fashion show returning as alumni today. One of those models was 4-year-old Ava Lynn Luciano. You may remember her from a story we did back in 2016 when the Venice community came together to help raise money after her cancer diagnosis. And today she rocked the runway. She's the girl right in the middle there. Look, grown up in just 2 years, and her family says she and her health are both doing great. Well, one Suncoast woman turning a century old today, Janet Greco, celebrating the big day surrounded by family. The group celebrating her 100th birthday, and ABC 7 caught up to ask Janet what advice she can give us, or give some of us, for a long and happy life.
Be happy with each other. That's the whole thing. If everybody's happy, everybody has fun.
Simple yet powerful. Janet also crediting her love of people and the love she has for her family.
They obviously love her. Isn't
Yeah,
that marvelous?
clearly.
I mean, they are just a happy group together. Isn't that fantastic?
It is fantastic. Wendy, I'm just gonna be more happy to you.
There,
you know?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah,
there
I
you go.
think I'm a
And
star right
you'll
now.
live longer. Yes, absolutely. I think that's a great plan. That's a great plan.
Here it is. We're all witnesses right now to the switch.
Well, and I have to say that we had reason to be happy today because we got a little bit of rain. We needed the rain. You know, it's
Those
been
two
awfully
things don't
dry.
usually go together.
No, and,
But I
and so we
appreciate the
did
optimism.
we did finally get a couple of showers. We just don't want it on the weekend, and we don't want it between the hours of 10 and 6. So there you go. I mean, we've got criteria, but we did have some rain. We got the clouds that came on in early in the day, and the showers, of course, developing throughout the afternoon hours and continuing really until about 30 minutes ago. And now we're still getting some rain out there, but most of that is beginning to shift on towards the east, and it's coming to an end. So this is what's going on, and this is what happened today. We had this trough of low pressure situated out here in the Gulf of Mexico, and it is now moving off towards the east. But to our north, we've got a cold front coming on through, and that frontal system is going to be coming in on Monday. And so we are going to continue with wet weather off and on throughout the day tomorrow. And then on Monday, we've got other opportunities too for more rain to come in. And in addition to that, we're going to see some cooler weather developing as this cold front starts to sweep on through the state on Monday. Cold air is going to be moving in behind it. So we'll be feeling the effects of that starting on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and even Thursday. So that's what we've got to look forward to. But in the meantime, the showers are going to be off and on throughout the day tomorrow. And then we've got southerly winds coming on in, and at times they're going to be gusty. So we could see them anywhere from 15 to 20 mile per hour winds tomorrow. And then we're going to see that cold weather that I just mentioned coming in behind the next front. So that's what's going to happen. And what we've got right now, here's where that cold front is. Here's where the wet weather is now moving off towards the east, and it's now moving into the Atlantic. We've been seeing a couple of stray showers still forming around our area, but it's all moving in a general direction towards the east. So we're going to see some clearing throughout the nighttime hours. We'll end up with partly cloudy skies for the most part. And most of the rain has been fairly light throughout the day, and it's just going to continue to move off towards the east. So we are not looking at a whole bunch more rain for the overnight time period, but we will start to get some more showers developing and coming on through during the morning. So our future forecast is showing that these showers are going to continue to move off towards the east and leave us with partly cloudy skies overnight. But then during the day tomorrow, we've got showers all the way from tomorrow off and on and all the way through Monday. We're going to be seeing rain in advance of that cold front. And then once the front moves on through, we're going to be left with beautiful sky conditions once again, but we pay the price for that with some cooler weather. So we've got that moist air that has been developing in the upper levels of the atmosphere, and once that moved on in, we started to see the better chances for stronger showers forming, and so that's what happened throughout the day today. 73 was our daytime high after a very chilly start of 46 degrees. Tonight it won't be nearly as cold. Right now we're looking at temperatures in the 60s. The winds are coming in mostly out of the northeast right now, but they're going to start to shift around. You can see already starting to shift towards the south and west right now across the southern sections of our area, southeast I should say. Winds are going to be out of the southeast tomorrow, 10 to 15 knots for boaters, seas 2 to 3 feet with a light chop. We're looking at some showers again off and on throughout the day, 77 degrees at the beach. Tonight, clearing conditions, 62 degrees for the overnight low, so a little bit warmer, and then over the next 7 days. Remember, tonight you want to set your clocks ahead 1 hour. We've got a 50% chance of rain on Sunday, 60% chance on Monday. So we're going to make this our first alert day. We could see some thunderstorms, and then we've got cold weather all the way through Thursday. And then we warm up all over again. Adam.
All right, thank you very much, Wendy. We got sports coming up after the break. Stick around.
Many websites selling medication may look professional and legitimate, but the vast majority of sites selling prescription drugs are doing so illegally. Criminals use websites to sell counterfeit medications that may contain life-threatening toxins. Dot Pharmacy is a website verification program that helps you identify safe and trustworthy online pharmacies. Purchasing medicine online can be safe and easy. Just look for pharmacy to the right of the dot in website addresses.
Thanks to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, what was once impossible is happening today for thousands of patients with blood cancer.
I live.
I live. I live. I live. I live. She lives.
Because of the research done by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society in the battle against blood cancer.
If you had a chance to support the research that is saving lives, what would you do?
All hands on deck. What's up? I want to point out 3 tips for using the home computer more safely. Point away.
First, stop. Make sure your software is up to date and that you've password protected your computer's login and Wi-Fi connection.
Next, think before visiting a site, opening attachments, or clicking on links.
Then connect, knowing you're helping make the web safer for you
and for everyone. Make Stop, Think, Connect part of your daily online routine.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Sailor Circus presents the greatest little show on earth. This family-friendly show will leave you spellbound as local students ages 8 to 18 showcase their talent circus style. Watch these kids flip, fly, and soar through the air onto the big top behind the mall at UTC in Nathan Benderson Park. One day only, 2 performances, Saturday, March 17th. Get your tickets now at circusarts.org. Don't miss Sailor Circus onto the big top.
My life motto is keep moving. And as hard as it was when my husband passed away, I knew I had to keep doing what I love. Oops, coming. But I needed help with my insurance, and that's what the NAIC provides. They have resources to help you and your family make the best decision, and they'll help you to keep moving forward, just like me.
Here's today's Job of the Day. ABC7 is seeking a multimedia journalist who can tell a story on all platforms and meet tight deadlines. Reporting experience required. Visit mysuncoast.com/job of the day to apply. Now, sports.
Tiger Woods could capture his first PGA Tour win since 2013 tomorrow up in Palm Harbor. Woods is one shot off of the Valspar Championship leader Corey Connors entering Sunday's final round. Woods played in front of Connors today, scoring 5 birdies on his way to a share of second place with Brandt Snedeker and Justin Rose. After the round, it was hard to tell who was more excited about Championship Sunday, Tiger or that Tampa area crowd.
Ready to go. I'm excited to play. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. And these people have been into it all week. They've really been fired up, and they've kept this exciting for all of us. And it'll be like that tomorrow.
Now, Justin Rose had the crowd going as well with this incredible eagle shot on hole number 5 today. Dunks it from 120 yards out, and he finished that round 5 under. The University of Connecticut has fired head basketball coach Kevin Ollie after the team's second straight losing season. Ollie spent 6 seasons at UConn, winning the national championship in 2014. The university said in a statement they've initiated procedures to dismiss Ollie for just cause. and would have no further comment until their disciplinary process and an ongoing NCAA investigation into the team are completed. Taking a look at today's spring training scores around the Suncoast, the Orioles pounded the Pirates split squad in Sarasota, hitting 3 home runs in the first inning. Pittsburgh's other half not doing much better at home, scoring just 1 run against the Braves, who scored 15. And the Rays pulling off a 9th inning win up in Clearwater thanks to the 9th inning 3-run home run effort of 23-year-old outfielder David Olmedo Barrera. More to come here on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Alex Karras Lincoln's 40th anniversary sale. Please join us in welcoming the 2 newest additions to the Lincoln lineup, our flagship luxury sedan, the 2018 Lincoln Continental, and the totally redesigned 2018 Lincoln Navigator, featuring 450 horsepower, 10-speed transmission, and many best-in-class features. Alex Karras Lincoln, where our mission statement is consistent commitment, every client, every time. Located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
We all love our kids and want what's best for them. You have the power to help your kids learn to succeed in life every day. When you promote a love for learning at home, children build the skills they need to be ready for school. You can be their everyday hero. It's easy. Just text Everyday Hero to 77453 for simple learning tips.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
One of the motivating factors for me to become a Big Brother was that I was mentored as a youth. And it was important for me to kind of pass forward the things that were kind of given to me. It's really just as simple as getting to know a kid. You don't have to be an athlete, you don't have to be rich, you don't have to have any of those other things. You just have to be willing to spend a little time and help mold some young person's life.
Growing up, my mom was afraid of the water, something she did not want me to feel.
So I enrolled Missy in swim lessons.
It changed my life.
Missy Franklin.
And now you can do the same for someone that you love.
There's nothing more precious than your child's well-being.
So act now, before it's too late.
Make us fly! I'm glad I did.
Thanks, Mom. Visit usaswimmingfoundation.org to find, get, or give a swim lesson.
They are the greatest fighting force the world has ever seen. But what does it take to bridge the distance and keep them connected to family, home, and country? What does it take to strengthen our service members so they can be the greatest force for good in the world? It takes a force. Be a force behind the forces. Give today at force.uso.org.
ABC 7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station. The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Box office smash hit Black Panther has crossed the $1 billion mark at the global box office. Yes, that's billion with a B. The film has done it in less than a month. The global sales are only going up. Black Panther opened in China on Friday and made $22 million on its first day released in the country. Only 33 movies have made $1 billion around the world, and now Black Panther is among them. No surprise there.
Oh, my God. Have you seen it?
It's a shooting star.
Have you seen it?
No, I'm kind of like waiting to bring the numbers up late at the end, like a closer of some sort.
Good for you.
Yeah,
Good for you.
That's my movie. Or not at all. We'll see.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Maybe
I
catch it on
definitely
DVD.
want to go see it. I definitely want to go see it. Well, we are looking at temperatures that are going to climb back up into the 70s tomorrow. We're talking close to 80 degrees tomorrow.
Well, I'm not going to the theater tomorrow, then.
No.